At the dawn of mankind, reptiles ruled the earth. Cavemen were hunted and devoured by these cold-blooded meat-eaters. But the humans who survived learned to elude death and eventually evolved and turned from the hunted to the hunters. At last, man had finally evolved and now ruled the reptile. But now for the bad news. They're back and hungrier than ever before. Numbering in the millions, they are causing widespread panic and hysteria throughout the streets of Miami. But fear not, my fellow humans, for the Slockmaster has arrived. And he's got a score to settle. Today we are in Florida, where iguana populations are at an epic level. The hunt is on, and if all goes as planned, we will leave this place with skins and some of the best white meat in the world. But more so, we will return the natural balance back to the streets and waterways of South Florida. I'm armed with the deadly Slockmaster blowgun, so let's let the hunt begin.
Going up. All right, well, here we are in Florida, obviously, and you can hear jets flying over from above. I can hear cars in the distance, but it's just a jungle along these waterways. These iguanas are here literally by the millions. There are hundreds of square miles that they inhabit now, an invasive species, a real problem for Florida, much like the python. But what we're doing is, we found that there's a good concentration of them along all these waterways. These are irrigation waterways, these are rivers. Anywhere there's water, they concentrate along the edge because they can be safe above the water where predators can't get at them. If you look up ahead of me here, in the mangoes, you can see big ones sleeping in the trees. There's even one down low here. So it's a target-rich environment, I can tell you that.
We hadn't gone 30 yards off the dock when Donovan spotted a giant lurking in the trees. Soaking up the morning sun, he seemed out of place in this garden of beauty. But he wasn't alone, and in no time, we were looking at monsters on both sides of the river. Ugly, yet beautiful. I was quite intrigued. Because these reptiles are so strong, JP was a skeptic, so we gave him the first go-round with my blowgun. With a good hit, the mighty lizard was off and running. Then, to my amazement, he made a jump for it. And even more amazing, they can swim. And boy, are they good at it. But so far, so good.
There you go, that's my first iguana I ever shot with a blowgun. And I gotta tell you, it worked awesome. You see, that's a clean pass through on the vitals with that dart. And I am no experienced blowgun guy by any means, so I'm impressed with that.
The Everglades are now infested with invasive species. They threaten the natural ecosystem. Snakes, fish, plants, and of course iguanas were all introduced by us. Humans, of course. And it's ironic that hunters are the single most effective means of returning the balance back to this fragile environment. Even so, many oppose hunting, and despite the good it brings, constantly threaten the culture of hunting.
This was almost a fluorescent green one. He's out here in the open where I can get a good shot at him. If we don't spook him and he doesn't turn and run, I may have him.
I'm hoping to leave with some of their beautiful skins and delicious white flesh. It's a vital hit, but like snakes and other reptiles, it takes time for the dart to put the lights out. My string attached to the dart acts like a tracking system. When the reptile retreats, he often gets tangled. If not, I can follow the string into the quagmire of brush and find him.
Barring there's not a python in here waiting for me, I have managed to get my iguana that was lethally hit. You can see the penetration was beautiful. You couldn't put an X on him and hit him any better. His muscles have tensioned up like all reptiles, but another beautiful iguana. I've got iguana skin. And look at the skin on the tail. Won't that be amazing when you take that off of him? All right. Having a great time down here with my guy Donovan, who has put me on iguanas.
And I can promise you, I'm having the time of my life. I'm glad you could join me.
He's hit hard. He's going down. He's making a dive for the water.
The young iguana tries to escape, but he's hooked by the dart and becomes entangled. Then falls into the water where we retrieved him.
Water. I got him, boy. And that's a green one. I wanted a green one bad. He tried to run. He was running up the limb, trying to get away from me, but I just put one right over the top of his hind leg, in through his vitals and out the other side. There we go. Yeah, look at that. Oh, man. What a beautiful trophy. Now that's some skin for the bow limbs that's going to be just absolutely beautiful. And he's a young one too. He's probably good to eat. He's a little wrapped up there. Oh, we're going to lose my dart. That's okay. Well, you can see it's a very vital hit, but the reptiles are tough. So when we get them in the boat, we bonk them on the head like a tree frog or like a bullfrog, and that's it. Dilly dilly. We're doing it today here in South Florida.
If they sense pain when hit by the dart, they sure don't act like it.
Oh, grab him. Go, get lower on his body. Lower on his body.
Now that is a beautiful species right there. Look at that. We got an iguana down here in Florida, and it couldn't be more happy. Look how beautiful the colors are on this guy. He's got orange, and look at that. Wow, what an amazing animal. Delicious too. This is, I'd say he probably weighs about what, 6, 7 pounds, 8 maybe?
Yeah, I think 8 pounds.
Yeah, man, look at that. Got him?
Yep.
Oh yeah, little guy. But man, look at the skin on him. Isn't that beautiful? How green that is? Wow, that's exciting stuff. We're on another one, and it's a big red one, big male. He's showing his colors.
I was having so much fun, I decided to put Donovan behind the gun as well. I wanted to see how he could do. He was a stuntman for the Spider-Man movies, and I was about to be very impressed. Keep watching. I think you will be too.
Oh, he's getting away. He's going up.
Hold the line.
Going up.
Go.
Oh my. Whoa, yeah. That's iguana man for you right there. You got him, buddy. You got your iguana. Took a couple darts and a frog leap off the boat, but he has scored here in South Florida. Boy, look at that beautiful. Isn't he beautiful? Wow. Now the males give you the big orange colors, and they're mating this time of the year. You can see that it's just an iridescent, beautiful orange color, and that's a good shot.
But even a better leap off the front of the boat.
Oh my.
Whoa!
We've even seen a white buzzard setting in the trees above us. That's a first for me.
If you look up ahead of me here, in the mangoes, you can see big ones sleeping in the trees. There's even one down low here. So it's a target-rich environment, I can tell you that. Atta boy, nice. 10 ring.
Oh, that was about 4
You're like a stinking aborigine with that blowgun,
Look at
buddy.
the blue head on that.
Yeah! Woo-hoo! What a shot, buddy!
Woo! Look at that.
Very nice.
There. Perfect shot. And so you think about every one of those is an egg of an iguana that really doesn't have a natural predator out here. All these iguanas that we took today don't really have any natural predators. So all those are going to turn into more iguanas that are going to eat up the natural vegetation. And so taking out that iguana right there, we just knocked down about 30 more iguanas.
From everything I know about these, when the Hurricane Andrew came through, we had a big problem down in Homestead. They had large warehouses full of a lot of exotic pets. So when Andrew came through and devastated everything got loose. Not to mention people get iguanas when they're small, they get big, they can't handle them, they don't want them anymore, so they just let them loose.
This guy's a meat eater, the black Mexican rock iguana, and the common green iguana. Both are out of control.
And they just keep reproducing. Like Donovan said, they don't have natural predators, so they have nothing to even them out, the environment, so they just keep going and going and going. And next thing you know, you're going down the canal and there's hundreds of them.
A country boy can find a use for anything, especially beautiful skins and snow white meat.
Ooh, that green one's gonna be beautiful. The skin on that belly, wow.
Almost,
Very beautiful. At least to me it was.
I got him. There's the killing dart right there. It doesn't look like much, but you can dispatch a beast like this with it. Actually, that thing will kill a whitetail. It's just all about dart placement. You wait for the animal to give you the perfect shot, and you put it right in the vitals. Ha! They say they taste like chicken. Well, we're gonna find out.
He draws his bow, his aim is true. Falcon flies and passes on through, 'cause he's a gunning, blood running,